guys, this is Stephanie, and today we've got 3 paddles and 1 court. Introducing to you the Pekzen paddle lineup built for power, spin, and control. But the question is, which of these 3 paddles deserves a spot in your pickleball bag? Well, let's dive in and take a closer look.
Hey everyone, welcome to Pickleball and Beyond. My name's Ryan.
My name is Vino.
And today we are looking at the 1 series from Pekzen. So all of these have that really clean design to it. We have 3 paddles, the 001, 002, and 003, just coming in at some different shapes. What were some of your initial impressions?
I mean, like they had mentioned a lot on their website, they're trying to go very minimalistic, and they have done that. Overall, I mean, going with that kind of style seems to fit the criteria really well. And pretty well built.
Yep.
Let's touch a little bit on the shapes because this is one of that shape that we saw on the Hood F Mage Pro original. Get what I mean? That straight and arrow on top. Then you're getting their wide body and they're elongated. Yep. Let's go ahead and see how do we want to categorize this. And did any of these paddles stand out in any of those categories?
Yeah. So I would say all 3 played as control paddles, right? And then again, it's kind of played into what you'd expect out of the shapes, with the most control coming out of the wide body, followed by the one with the arrow curve, and then the one that was slightly harder to control was the 003, but still calling it a control paddle for a reason.
So let's go ahead and just talk on how they played throughout the different stations. Let's start with this because we had a ton of control. It felt really nice.
Yeah, the 002, I mean, let's just start at the kitchen line.
Yes.
This was one of the most enjoyable experiences from the kitchen line I've ever had, right? And then going into the other 2 paddles with the elongated, you lost just a bit of that. The one with the arrow shape, that still was extra soft. And then even, again, for an elongated paddle especially, all of these were fantastic, but the wide body in particular really stood out. And then moving into hitting drops, I mean, all of these are about as forgiving as you could expect. Just such nice feel on it as well. I absolutely love the control.
Yeah, and I was even surprised with the elongated as well, the amount of control you got. And it's really nice to see more elongated paddles that has this control.
That, actually.
Yes, and so it felt very nice at that point. But let's talk a little bit more on how they felt as far as maneuverability goes. How do they kind of vary, and the spin as well.
Yeah, so with maneuverability, I mean, obviously with the nice short handle on the 002 with this wide body, it's pretty fast in your hand, same as the arrow shape, so that's why I like these 2. The elongated, again, that's just how elongateds are, so it's kind of what we expected, and it played like that, right? Just a little bit slower in your hands, but nothing it wasn't super clunky by all means.
And it's I was very surprised and pleasantly taken back on, sometimes you have these elongated that try to offer a lot of control, and it just becomes unbalanced and clunky. And you didn't feel that in that.
All 3 of these come well balanced. There's no issues there, which is great.
Spin.
Spin was pretty good on all of these. They really caught. Again, you're getting that little extra dwell on this wide body. I keep coming back to it. This is probably my favorite out of the set.
Well, there you had it. You heard from Vino and Ryan, and it sounds like the wide body of the Pekzen is the win of the 3. Offering you a combination of power, spin, and awesome control. And with a medium price of $145, you really can't beat it. So don't forget to use our code and you can get an additional discount.
Lots of good spin on all of these, right? This surface I was really impressed with on it.
Of course, we had to talk about power, right? Where do you think it's set as far as power goes?
So all of these are definitely in that lower tier of power, but again, they're control paddles for a reason. The 002 certainly hit the softest. You saw a good upgrade moving to the arrow shape, and then I actually thought the elongated hit just as hard as the arrow shape. I didn't feel like I was getting any more with the elongated, so for that reason, I preferred this to the elongated, but maybe some people are more familiar with that handle and would still like the elongated.
As always, we love trying these new paddles. We love, bringing to our audience lesser known brands. And here's another one that has come out. They come up with a whole series. If you want to try this, please reach out to us. The more we have helped people find paddles, it's really funny how, for one person, a paddle works. Get what I mean? So this might be that paddle for you. So please subscribe, please comment to see another paddle review.